Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to the studio, people. It is Jason Gooner again on the channel, and it's another episode of the EPL review show. Yes, match week 35, history books. Time to talk about it, speak about it. Teams going to get spoken about this week. You understand? Because we have to have a reality check. There's only a few games left in the Premier League. So if you're fighting relegation, you're fighting for the title, you're fighting for Europe, now is the time to stand and be counted. So we're going to talk about it all this week, people. But of course, this is on YouTube. So if you're a supporter, a true supporter of Jason Gooner TV, yeah, you need to like the content. Definitely. As soon as you see it, just hit the like button, locate it. All of you see it forwarding soon. Hit the like before it starts. Yeah, man. If you have multiple, yeah, some people, them want to say certain things when them name is a certain thing. And them don't say them things until them name is a next thing. So if you have them type of situation going on, all the device them like it. Yeah, man. Share it as well, man. Make people know about it. Because usually, if people like football and them forward here, them usually will forward again because it's a good reason role on this channel right here. So if you know, you know. And of course, please subscribe. If you're brand new, you never see this face before, you never heard this voice before. Yeah, man. If you like football, yeah, you're gonna like this channel. If you like sports in general still, even though we focus on the football, but people, pre-war go on this week. Look here. So you see, Cherokee and Holland looking, them don't look the happiest. We've seen different type of pictures this year. So that's a sign right there. Yoker is doing the celebration, Guna doing the celebration as well, even though we never played this week, but it was a foreshadowing. And then you see Kobe Menu there, Soboslai trying to block the shot, but Menu looks like he got it off, people. And then we have, for the first time this season after listening, instead of putting the fourth and fifth place teams, why not talk about the two teams fighting relegation or the closest to being relegated, and that's Tottenham and West Ham. So we have them represented. So yeah, just a little snapshot of the biggest talking points for me in the week, the relegation fight and the title. And of course, anytime Man U and Liverpool play, is a big thing. So people, that is it. We're going to get through all that tonight. If you're new to the channel, let me say subscribe. If you've been around, respect for the views and the support. Yeah, man, because listen, we do it for the love. But of course, the more, the merrier. You see it. So, EPL Week 35 review show, people. Where do I start? Well, of course, the match started on Friday and they ended today. It's a bank holiday over in England, so they had two games today. They had a game today with who was it, Forest and Chelsea, right? It didn't go so good for Chelsea. And then you also had Everton and Manchester City. So yeah, it was a epic weekend in terms of action. A lot of good games, a lot of games that were difficult to predict, some would say. So that's going to be shown in the predictions this week, but there has to be a winner. So we're going to reveal that later in the show. If you don't know what I'm talking about, people, each and every week we do a preview and a review show. On the preview show, yeah, if you want to take part, we'll go through all the games. You give me your scores, we document the scores, I will forward out with the winner. And of course, if you finish in last place, you have to make the world know as well, because there has to be a winner, there has to be a loser. So we're going to reveal that later in the show to all of the ones who know. If you know, you know again. All right. So listen, we're not going to hit you now. I get right into the football discussion right away. But let's bless up the people and who they are from earlier the show starts. So up, Jagans. Salute, my friend. Big up yourself, Yeah, man. The members, them. Yeah, you know. Apache in our building. Bless up, my G. Hope all is well. Yeah. Big up in a CK. Your heart hurt you. You better thank Doku for the last show. Wait till we reach a game. Them have a lot of comments. Big up, Darren. Big up. What go on? We're there, All that city. For real. That for real, yes. Yo, 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 yo. Go on, David. Big up yourself, you know. Honors and manners. Yeah, man. All the respect going out in the chat. We love to see that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everyone, the soup pot on fire again. Yo, Conrad. The twists and turns, you know. The EPL, you know. The season get hot, you know. Yeah, man, it fire up, man. True. Conrad, I really, really, really talk. It really fire up. I tell you the truth. All right, so as I said, people, when I hit, I get into the football, cause it was a very good week. A lot of action, as I said, a lot of goals as well. But we're gonna start from the genesis. We're gonna start from Friday and work our way right through the weekend with the game. Them, all right. So, as I said, drop your thoughts in the comment section as I go through the game. Then we like for discuss the stats and see how that tell a tale of the game. But yeah, man, we're not too loud of a thing. Just go and watch. As I say, if you're new, just subscribe, turn on the notifications. That way, when Mans goes live, you guys can know what I go on. All right, let me so the first game was Leeds and Burnley. That was on Friday. As you can see, Leeds got the better of Burnley 3-1. Burnley, of course, relegated already. Leeds, mathematically not safe, but they have some tough games coming up as well. I'm going to analyze that before the show is over. Because with 3 games left for most teams, I know some teams do have 4 left. Crystal Palace, Manchester City. It's going to be interesting to try to predict how this season going to play out, because this week was difficult for sure. Leeds 3-1, I think this is one across the board. Everybody figured that Leeds would win the game. And I was the only one to actually get the scoreline correct, the 3-1. But everybody had Leeds winning, basically. So it go. But Leeds definitely were the better team on the day. I think they dominated for the most part. The first half for them was really, really good. As to be expected, changes in the second half. Legs start to go a little bit. They weren't as dominant, but definitely in the first half, they looked definitely like they were the superior team. And I think Stock, this brother, like, I'm interested to see how many goals this guy have, because I remember him scoring a crazy free kick, another long shot, and then him scored this left foot long shot this week. So I'm just curious to see like how him actually. So him gone 5 goal, 3 assists. Not too bad. 3 team of the week as well. Yeah, decent player. He's from Germany, yeah. Daniel Farker find him. But the man technique, both feet, very good. And Okafor been killing it lately. I knew he would be a good player for them, but it never really hit the ground running right away. Okafor, but a good player. 19, gone 8 goals now, so getting towards the double digits. Still possible. But yeah, Leeds all around they played well. I think second half, as I say, barely got a little more into the game. Did find back a goal. But yeah, Leeds good value for the win. You see the expected goals, possession pretty close. But they did limit Burnley to no big chances. Even though I don't know why the goal that Burnley scored wouldn't be considered a big chance. Because the man was right in front of the goal, but I don't know why they wouldn't register that. But yeah, Leeds, double them up in shots, more shots on target. More touches in the box. more final third entries. So yeah, Leeds overall just was the better team. And I think players for Leeds just on form at the right time together, because I think when you look across their whole team, players like Justin and Bogle, their form, even though Bogle has been pretty consistent this season, to be fair, but Justin step up in game of late. Stock anytime he's there, because he's been injured sometimes, but anytime he play well. Calvert-Lewin been scoring goals and Okafor been scoring goals. So Leeds just really getting the performances out of the difference makers in the team at the right time. And as I said, we're going to analyze before the show is over, the games for Tottenham, the games for Leeds coming up to end the season, just to see, if we can try forecast everything. The games coming up for West Ham as well. Big up in a baller. Yeah, man, big up baller. Let me see. Time over your side now, about 10. David want Leeds to stay in the EPL. It's looking decent. It's looking decent for them. That win could prove to be the one that they just needed to, just all right. Yeah. Yeah, man. The Barca Jenna is here in the building. But yeah, this was a game that Leeds definitely deserved to win, and they did. And Burnley, playing out the season. First half, it looked like it could have gotten ugly, even though the goals weren't flowing. And in the second half, at least they had a little bit of a fight back. So they didn't just completely let down everybody. But yeah, Burnley probably have one eye on the championship already. And Leeds looking to stay in the Premier League and putting a good step forward towards that. Then we have Brentford and West Ham. This game ended 3-0. West Ham in that relegation fight. And they've been getting the points, whether draw or win lately. But on this day, it was not the case at the GTEC Stadium. So Mavropanos with the own goal. Thought it was Coyote scored the goal, but a player that probably people don't really pay much attention to. Keane, Lewis Potter. One knock for sending in the ball from the left side when him cutting on the right foot, and it was one of those again, hard to defend. And Coyote always alert and athletic enough to get to the ball. And Mavropanos was kind of unlucky because he get to the ball, but couldn't quite get the angle to get it over the bar and just put it on the underside of the bar and it going for own goal. Then, West Ham unlucky, Castellanos, I think, hit the post twice, both sides. And then after that, it was really and truly a case of one challenge that was just, you can say, missed time. I think it was unnecessary in a way, because he's basically Diouf is trying to block a cross potentially, but the player doesn't really go for the cross. He just kind of takes another touch on the ball and waits for the challenge, and gave the referee no choice, had to give it. And then Thiago stepped up to score again. And I think West Ham just couldn't get the goal. I mean, Somerville was dangerous. I was surprised when they took off Castellanos. Very, very surprised, actually. They brought on Wilson for him, but I think he had gotten a yellow card and maybe they were worried about that. But I wouldn't have taken him off, because he was, it seemed like he was going to eventually score. And it never worked out. But Bowen and Somerville, they just could not get the finishing touch. Couldn't get the finishing touch on it. But Brentford did well. They defended well some moments. Vandenberg did some good recovery tackling. And yeah, Kelleher was solid, just basically towards did anything that came his way and did a good job to limit like the rebounds and those type of things. So yeah, good win for Brentford. Still have our outside shot maybe of catching up to um the top five. Going to need a lot of help, but if they do their business, maybe you never know. But let's take a look at the stats. So very close possession game again. You see Brentford dominating the expected goals. 4 big chances, only one fell to West Ham. Shots were pretty close, 14-13. Shots on target, 6-4 in favor of the home team, Brentford. And as I said, on another day, West Ham could have had 2 goals, at least. But yeah, hit the woodwork 4 times. That was the kind of luck they had on this day. See, West Ham had more entries in the game, more passes in the final third. Crossing accuracy. 50-50 duels. But yeah, 3-0. West Ham, this loss, you know, could be big for them down the road, but we'll take a look. Does it look safe for Tottenham? Boy, safe is a bit too. That might be a bit too far to say. Safe, can't say them safe yet, Bala. As I said, I forgot look on the fixtures, them and really talk about it. Do you stay on them feet? Absolutely, absolutely. He's a player that you can say have a lot of potential, but him head does take him at times, and that was a time when him head take him. Youthful exuberance, you put it down to. Yeah, him have to learn. Him have to learn. I'm gonna have to learn. Check, 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 check. What go on do? There, But Brentford West Ham was a good game, 3-0. West Ham on another day, they get a bounce on a different side of the post. You never know. Maybe it's a different score line. Because I'm telling you, if that first shot by Castellanos that hit the post go in off the inside of the post, you never know. Games can change. Goals change games is a saying that a lot of people say, but I think a lot of people say it because it's true. So goals do change games. And that could have changed the game at 1-0 there, would have made it 1-1. Next game, Newcastle and Brighton. Now, Newcastle fans been waiting to see a performance where they win a game, and Brighton was coming in on very good form. I think the last before this game was against Arsenal, I believe. And even that game was a very close game, could have gone either way. But Newcastle put Brighton to the sword, 3-1. And it looked like they were going to do it from early when Osula scored in the 12th minute and Burnley in the 24th. But Jack Inselwood scored from a brilliant build-up goal. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was like 4 or 5 one-touch passes in a row. And then Hinsel would finish it with a nice left foot finish. And it looked like it was game on. Brighton was looking like them was going to find an equalizer maybe. But they never found it. And in the end, Harvey Barnes, after some scramble defending, finished with Verbruggen out of the goal. And it was 3-1. So 3-1 at St. James's Park, Newcastle, giving them fans something to cheer about. I think all the bigger heads from Saudi Arabia were in the crowd. So anyhow, Eddie did lose a game, problems. So I go and coach you there, Yeah, man, big up. Goals change City game. All fans are walk out and turn back. Yo, David J, may I tell you, it was a madness. It was a madness because as soon as them walk out, them walk in. Because, brother, all right, so we'll talk about that. We'll get to the City game. Yeah, but all right. One thing more I have to say about this game. So, I never watch a lot of it live, but have a nice extended highlight where you can watch a package. And you see this youth named Osula, I'm telling you, people, you just want a little more, you just want a little more, but you can see him foot, like him brain and the things when him try to do. Yo, he's gonna be good. I'm telling you. And I mean, I'm sure other people said this already too, but I think he's better than what people think. He just need a little more time. Because the things when me see him do, and instinctively the things that him try, and they're coming, they're working out for him when you see him try these things. I think him going to be a problem. Right now him value, it's right here, market value is 13.8. This youth going to be a 70 million player at some point. And him is a forward to, so maybe even more than that. But I rate him. I think he's going to be good. Yeah, but this was the lineups. Brighton, not a good day for them. Only a few in the green. Veltman injured. Always. Castulas nearly score a wicked bicycle kick. Wicked save Port Mac. And the midfield is back. Tonali, Joe Linton, Guimaraes. Whenever them three plays a different thing. Pretty stats. Brighton with the possession, but Newcastle with the expected goals. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Osula scored some nice goal for them, and it's not even the goals, It's like some of the things I'm seeing him doing at the build-up phase. Like when him get isolated on the wing and him in a tight little area and him just do a little trick and get out of it and him turn that into a situation now him a run on your defense line. Yeah, I just like him. Yeah, I think once him just need a little more refinement and I think him going to be really good, man. I think him is what Denmark him play for. That's what him represent internationally, I believe. Yeah, man, him good, man. So Newcastle gave up quite a few big chances in the game. They did. Hinsu would himself get a couple. Both teams missed 3 big chances. Wow. Final third entries. Look at that. It's crazy. Newcastle had all the XG in the game. You see, that's why football is a weird one. Brighton, look how much time, look how much entry Brighton have. Look how much more pass. Look at the possession stats. But look at the XG and look at the score. And the shots even up. Newcastle even have 2 more shots on target. Look at that. What do you do with it in the final third is more important than the volume. You must do something with it. Duels. Newcastle. See where them even up the game there too. Win more duels. And Brighton make 2 big mistakes as well. Newcastle capitalize. But will Osula get player of the match? And do a whole heap of things. But Newcastle, it's like them, they just have to give them fans a win because it's a long time they no see it. But it's the next season, boy, they have a lot to figure out, David J, because what Eddie also said, some stern conversations were had with the people them from Saudi that were there. I feel like them probably unhappy because them spend a bag of money and mostly all of the players when Newcastle bring in this season, them never work out. I mean, for one reason or another, you can't really, plan or know who are going injured from who not going injured and all of that. But it look away when, you have Osula there, who I rate, but you buy two striker in the transfer market, and the two of them are bench for the guy that you never buy and that was there already. So it's just not a good look. So I'm meeting them have a lot of things to figure out. David J. Tonali one cut. Wolves and Sunderland. So Sunderland or any Sunderland fans probably were happy with this fixture, even though it's at the Molyneux, Wolves have nothing to play for. But in the end, because of Ballard pulling Tolu Arakadari's what I call it now, locks here, he got a straight red, and that was when Sunderland already had the lead 1-0. Mukiele scoring again. This man always a score goals and assist people. If you don't use him in FPL, that's to your detriment. Like me personally, I should have shot. Anyway, Santi Bueno got the equalizer to make it 1-1, and that's how this one ended. The interesting thing, Sunderland, even with 10 men, were still a decent threat. Not quite as much as what they were like in the first, but still decent. But more big chances fell to Wolves in the game. They had double the shots, triple the shots on target. So Wolves definitely will feel a missed opportunity to give their fans something to cheer about. But yeah, Sunderland got the point at the Molyneux, and it looks like their chances of the unfathomable, getting into the top echelons of the European competitions probably fade out now. Still enough to play for it, to go for it, but don't see everybody. It will be tough for them to expect everything to happen and fall into place for them can get one of them slots, because it look kind of done for the most part, unless a big collapse. So Wolves 1-1. Yeah, this game right here. Xhaka is still good. That's crazy. Man, still good people. Bless. We say they might use their advantage. Yeah, sometimes I think the defender is trying to grab shirt and end up grab that, and it's like no matter how much you say, oh, the shirt may try to grab and it not gonna matter. So yeah, you're right. I mean, if me did have long hair and I play ball, but I have it just like that in case. We say Newcastle up in the North Bush. Yeah, but them proud of them things same way. Them have pride in them team. So Wolves Sunderland ended in a draw. One of them ones that don't have much intrigue because of the league place or anything like that. But they have to play the game them. All right. Moving on to the last game on Saturday. And that would have been Arsenal and Fulham, and that ended 3-0. First, the lineup from Arsenal, when it came out, I was happy because I think Nkapie had been playing really well. And I thought, in terms of the second leg against Atletico Madrid, I would be kind of leaning more towards him starting that game and let Calafiori play this one. So I was happy with that change. Ben White starting on the right, I was okay with as well. I think you already know going forward, if Bukayo Saka is the person there and Timber is out, I think Ben White and Saka always did have a decent link up there. So, for as much as Ben White did have done some foolishness defensively in this season, when he goes forward, he's good. And he does offer the type of support that Saka like. Him kind of know when to leave Saka into the space by himself. Him know when to overlap him. So I just think they have a decent chemistry or them play together. And yeah, I think performances from the attackers, that was for me a big thing. I can't tell when last Arsenal play a game and the front three get over 8 and so forth. Like all three of them now, that not happening. But I think rightly so, and the person that to me kind of unlocked even a different type of thing for Arsenal in this game was Skelly. Miles Lewis Skelly was advancing the ball in a different way. And I think another thing that he just looks so much more comfortable defensively in that role compared to when him get 1v1 with a winger out on the wing. I think maybe people might have thought, in the middle, would he have that bite? Would he, but which I don't know why people would question that because he play rough from time. But you could see just like his ability to intercept passes in that midfield area. It does seem like it's coming more natural to him. It's a bit more instinctive. Him not thinking as much. Him just playing. Yeah, I think that showed when him playing in the midfield. A lot actually in this game. And of course, Declan Rice did his thing, but kudos to the manager, I would say. Kudos to the manager. I thought him did all the right things in terms of time of the players who did play. Zubi came on to, his legs are used to playing 3 games. So yeah, give him a 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Yeah, I don't mind that. Keep Saka fresh, 45 minutes is 3-0. People would be saying, oh, it might come down to goal difference, this and that, but you want to give yourself a chance to win both. So you weigh the risk and the reward, and you say, okay, I know Saka look like him back in this game in this first half. I know I want him to play this second leg. What's the purpose of playing him another 10 minutes in this game? No. Make him chill, and then Tuesday again. Same with Declan, wasn't brave enough to take him off at halftime, but give him a next 20 minutes or so, and then bring on Zubi. Same for Yokeres. Eze, I probably would have took him off a little before this, but so it go. I'm not beat him so much for that. But yeah, Arsenal make me happy this week for sure. The stats of the game look like this. Let's see what going on in the comment section. Do you think that Arsenal could or should be playing better against better teams, and explain your response? I just don't. All right, gigs. You know what's crazy? When we played better teams in the Champions League so far this year, like when we played Bayern before in the season, when we played what other team we played in the Champions League? We didn't play PSG, did we? No, I don't think so. Anyway, when we played Bayern, that's the only game I can think of right now. when we played Bayern, right? We didn't play a style. We kind of had a balance. So we would press. If we don't win in the initial press, we go into the mid block, right? Um, and I think right now the way Arsenal is, that's probably for the best, especially if Jokeres is my striker, because I think any opportunity it can get Jokeres running at your goal or at the opponent's goal, and the defense is not set, like they are running alongside him, right? He can be dangerous in those situations. Even the second goal was scored when he run into the channel and the ball was played in behind. Two things about that. First thing, one of the reasons why we look the way we did in this game, gigs, is because we had two players playing, and we don't normally have this in the midfield area that are not safe players, right? Like Miles Lewis Kelly and Ezra, like when they get the ball, they're looking to, whether it's pass through a line or dribble to that next line and then slip the pass. Too often, all the midfielders that we've been playing are safe. None of them want to break that line. Odegaard will try it, but it have to be obvious. Like him not take no chance when him a play the pass. And I just feel like Eze don't care about that, like losing a pass. Him just want the forward to know, Jokeres in this case, and the defenders to know as well, that if we're not alert, this man going to send this striker and we're going to be in trouble. But I actually feel like we play better against better teams. It's some of the performances against, like, just random teams, like we just don't quite understand. And I think we could play better, but I also think that Arteta prefers the balance of safe midfielders in the team. And I think whenever that's the case, as long as we're defending well, we can win any game. But it's not my favorite way to go about things. Arteta should been starting MLS in the midfield. Yo, oh boy, don't get me started, brother. This man run out the midfield of them to the point where people not even want Zubi play again. And one time everybody appraised him. So yeah, man, Skelly played really well. Arsenal playing for the title, good game. I'd say the best in a good while. Maybe it's the opponent, but it's still good for the confidence. Yeah, David J. At this point, um, Fulham is a weird team, man. Them will look how they looked against us, and then next week now them do something crazy, like in a good way. But I agree with you. One of the best in a good while in terms of games overall that we played in the Premier League for sure. That first half especially, like I remember like 2, 3 other chance other than the goals where I can't believe we never scored. And I don't know, man. If it comes down to goal difference somehow this season, I'm gonna look back at that game and say, yo, that could have been 5, 6. Fulham weren't at it. I think they missed ex Arsenal, my boy, they from Nigeria. They missed Alex Iwobi a lot. It looked like. After big up Moyes and Everton. Yeah, facts, Apache, facts. Facts. Them say them will put striker statue right side of Henry one. Tierno. Thierry and Tierno. Yeah, but Arsenal, really high XG. As I said, should have scored more than 3. 6 big chances. 1 for Fulham. Shots. Fulham did get 10 shots though in the game. Possession, Arsenal shaded it a little. 9 on target to 1 on target. Jeez, Leno. I'm trying to see some. Okay, entries 52 to 43. Arsenal final third long crosses. And win the duels battle by 1%. 0.66. Leno. So Arsenal with this win did go at 6 points clear, right? So they have the Champions League coming up tomorrow against Atletico. Boy, I don't know, Star. What do you do? So you have West Ham, I think next week, Monday, I believe the game is, or Sunday. One of them 2 days there. West Ham away. And now you have Atletico Madrid at home, Champions League semi-final. So if I had to predict this Arsenal team for tomorrow now, this game plays Saturday. So them get Sunday, Monday, back at it now. So Rare in goal, same way. Magalhaes Saliba. West Ham coming up. All right. So I know Calafiori giving more in terms of, build out, being a maverick, getting into positions inside, left, forward, all kind of place. We don't really see that as much from Nkapie, but at the same time, I feel like against West Ham, that type of style going to be more on for the left back. I just think that. So when I go back with Nkapie at left back, I actually wouldn't play Ben White 2 games in a row because that's when him pop down. Even if him don't injure them, just don't play the same. So I'm gonna have to be more scared over there. Now, do you bring back Zubimendi from the start? Me personally, may I play Miles or West Ham? May I play Zubi tomorrow? Rice have to go play every day. Sorry, Declan. Then I think more than likely Odegaard still out. Because I think if he wasn't out, he might play Odegaard where Eze is and put Eze where Trossard is. But since Eze going to be fit, I think he'll play him. And then, do you start Bukayo? I think he starts Bukayo. He looked very sharp in the last game, like very sharp. And then I think he always was going to start Martinelli in this game, but he might change his mind. But then again, he did play Trossard the whole 90. So he might not do it again. So yeah, the names are called Zubimendi, Mosquera. Those 2 are called that are on that list of subs. Nkapie rest up, and Martinelli rest up. And Martinelli been scoring more in the Champions League, so maybe man say, yo, let me try playing in the competition where I score. Which makes sense if I that him I do. We say careful. Morris took notes and said Everton for the second half. Different game. Fulham was a disappointment to me based on the performance this week. And I get that Alex is injured. Yeah, he is injured, but I mean, geez, it was bad. It was bad. Partly it was Arsenal. I will say gigs like sometimes you watch a team and even when they play well, you want to say something bad. And it wasn't flawless, but you see, because the performances we've been getting been so lackluster, like I was just happy to see a performance like that and say, yeah, my team actually have the ability to play like this. Like they were pressing, everything they did was very intentional, like with conviction, all the pass, the movement, everything. We had the Calafiori header goal disallowed. And it just felt like Yeah. Listen, Fulham was a disappointment. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal did it to them too. That's what me say. Second half, you know, I don't know, man. We never really hit the same heights as the first half in the second half, but but yeah, 3-0 kept most of the players on the other team quiet. Smith Rowe had to come off, which was sad, but yeah, came off injured. So Yokeres, I'm say a boot, a Timberland boots you wear. How much goal the Timberland boots send in? 14 in the Prem, 5 in the Champions League, 1 in the FA Cup, 1 in the EPL Cup. Man, make sure scoring everything in play. But at 21, so I'm gone 21 in all comps and 3 assists. I'll see right, so total 50 game. But yeah, so much game man them play. Yeah, 50. So I have 3 more, 4 more, 5 more. So 55 club game I go play for go final Champions League. Damn. But yo, Saka, sharp, like a Ginsu. 10 goals, 6 assists all of a sudden. And when the man get them there? 7-4 in the league. Yo, I don't know. Seeing Saka play like that, to me, if we're going to win the league, you must go just play 3 more games like that. Because I think that's what we're missing up there. Like, just a player will just look like the other team now go stop him. And that's how Saka did look on the day. Was very sharp. Very, very sharp. So, look, when I get ahead of myself because me's a gunner for a long time and I know this thing go. So, I'm happy. Yeah. We get the 3 points. We look good doing it as well. So, the performance match up. And yeah, we're moving to the next games for the weekend. So, this was yesterday, Sunday. Bournemouth and Crystal Palace 3-0 now. Crystal Palace have European engagements. They have the Conference League semi-final, second leg to play. Played the first last week. And it showed. It showed in their performance. They had a spell in the second half where they looked like they were actually trying for the first time, but that first half, trust me, never looked proper. Never looked proper at all. Lerma was unlucky, got the one goal, and then it was one-way traffic for the whole half. Krupi got a penalty, and then second half, Ryan got a goal in that second half. A brilliant ball played to him too from David Brooks. And Brooks, wait, and I saw and I saw what name, David Brooks. So I realized my father play for what name that? My father play for Bournemouth. Yeah. See him there? One bag of bleaching. A joke, people. A joke, man. A joke. Don't get offended. My office soccer perform like that tomorrow, then we will believe. Yeah. Apache, I same thing we said, brother. If all right, to me, him look like him don't look like him injured, right? Him not dragging him leg, and him did have a different type of, it looked like him did have a different type of burst yesterday. Or wait, no, 2 days ago. It looked like him have a different type of burst. And if that's the, or not different, but at least what he had at the peak of the burst where him have. Because he's not the fastest all the way down the field, but that from that quick acceleration, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. But Saka, yeah, we need to see it against Atletico. Trust me. We need to see it against Atletico. For sure. Oh boy, yes. Okay. So yeah, 3-0 from the Vitality. Palace. Man, them I wait on them semi-final, brother. Even the lineup. No Sar, no Mateta, no Wharton. Who else again? No Chris Richards. No Tyreek Mitchell. And Munoz alone. Coming like Munoz can't tired. And then come off half time. See there? The Glasner just say, listen, when I get a run out for a half, when I get a little longer run out. And Chris Richards might not even there play. This man get injured. Chaddy Riyad, same name? Yeah. Chris Richards come on for him. But he probably wouldn't come on. Rio Cardines, would I get a game? A Trini youth. I make the bench. What I mean? I'm glad I get Arsenal score correct and the City one wrong. Yeah. City scored a 3, but them can't see 3. So good try. Yo, look on the right side. People, don't think Senesi deserve a call to Argentina team? I mean, he feels so still, Some of the pass and the man play out to the back, brother. On the ground, splitting pass. Not bad. And I get call at all. Okay. So I play that one, yeah. How much cap him off? 3 caps. And get cap from June 2022. Yo, he must be one of the best Argentina center back, brother. At least up there. To get a look. Yeah, Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. Palace had one eye to the future, people. So big chances. Let me see. 2-1. Okay. Boy, Tavernier should have scored now. Sure. And get the chance them for score. Couldn't do it for me. Palace making some mistake. Yeah, man, one eye to the future, man. But that was a win for Bournemouth, keeping them within striking distance of those top European spots. Man United, Liverpool, the big game historically, and this one didn't disappoint. From 2-0 up to 2-all, Liverpool equalized, and then the homegrown lad scores the winner. Gets to celebrate with his people. 3-2 Man United was the final score. These were the lineups. Yo, the man. Put the man formation, man. So it's like goal and assist machine. Bruno Fernandes. Yo, them never give him the assist. What a wicked. So much assist them say him gone. Come here. Here the man I give him the I'm tired of record, you know, but I think it register. Yeah, I'm got 19 still. That's crazy, you know, 19 assists. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a serious stat. Cunha again, back from a little knock, scoring in first game and in return. Federico Chiesa. Man, is the forgotten one. Engomwa whistle a shot past the post. But people, the big stories of this game, we already know the talking point, them people. So, was it a handball? That's what the people them want to know. Was it a handball? Should it have been given a handball? Nobody knows. And United just give her the ball 2 times. First time, Ahmad Gateway. Second time, goalkeeper Lamens Gateway. This man still has serve a suspension for that. Jeez. Liverpool dead. They said them wicked. Yeah, I mean, look, there was I never see no angle that could have said, yeah, it hit him hand. So I don't know how the man them will say it hit him hand. Like, actually, what did they see to know that? Yeah, I mean, Liverpool, they were kind of in the first half, especially, they were out of it. You guys should have been out of sight. You know, they had some near misses and thing, but without that pass by Ahmad, all right, you can blame I blame Ahmad, yes, he knows the ball, but Jano, there were so many defenders just running back. None of them say, all right, at some point, one of us have to tackle this guy or try to. None of that. Man just run back, run back, run back, run back. And then the finish by Soboslai was clean still, you know. Because the man just pass, like literally. Man just catch the man stride pattern and just pass it when him foot go open. Right in the car. Yo, wicked finish. But yeah, it was a giveaway. I mean, the second one was a worse because I don't know what picture he was seeing, the angle from behind the goal when them showed the man like, thinking of passing it there. And then him see both of them kind of get out of space and him still pass it. Channel. Terrible. It touched his hand for real. But if it touched his hand, it shouldn't count. A goal score from that action. Me just say, me never seen an angle where it showed that. 2. All right. But yeah, Manu, I'm sure I probably win by more. And another day, them score about 4, maybe even 5. Yeah, Lamen's poor. Liverpool keeper was much better. Big Verge. That's from Bang Heat map. So I play out this. So where this come from? So I'm gonna play after right too. Manu 3-2. And this win actually, oh sorry, before I forget, not forget, but I meant to say, thoughts go to Sir Alex and his family and thing earlier to leave the stadium, go hospital and stuff. So yeah, that's a legendary person, even though it's not my team. You have to be able to be big enough to recognize greatness. And for sure, it comes down to management. That guy is a great. Some say the greatest, but another story for another day. Yeah, man, Soboslai is wicked, man. This guy composure when him get the ball. Like sometimes you see him get the ball, and it don't make no sense to pass him the ball there. And it's like the him teammates just know, like that's Dominic. So when him get it, he just go "Whoop, shoot," and just go and leave that person. I'm still waiting on the replay of your penalty check on Bruno. Sometimes these guys make sure to use the technology, and other times them say, yo, technology can't trick we. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I go wait till it's like waiting for the appeal from Jamaica for this handball. You can wait forever. Forever. And ever. Yeah, but Frimpong, no workout this season. Sorry. I'm a Dutch ball and thing, but 11 start, 19 appearance. Never work out for your G. Can it still? Remains to be seen. Verts have no Eketike, nobody up there, so I'm struggling. We were like, I must got put it up there. Off the left. This is 7.3. Menu, I go World Cup. I think Menu, I forgot World Cup, Spooky things always happening in Liverpool favor. Which side have more spooky things in history than the Old Trafford people? Them? Come on, especially in another place there. Spooky things do happen at Liverpool, though. So what you say is not a lie. Not a lie at all. So yeah, 3-2 Man U. This clinch Champions League for them. So they're back after a few years away. And yeah, will they give Carrick the work? That's the question for ask yourself. All right, Premier League, Man U, Liverpool. Now this was one where did anybody? No one was this brave to say Tottenham would win. I think actually I lie. I'm lying. Apache, big up yourself. You did say Tottenham would win the game. They won 2-1. Conor Gallagher and Richarlison gave them the lead, and then really a consolation goal late in injury time or stoppage time. Um, 90th minute. Channel. Aston Villa also have semi-final to play Thursday against Nottingham Forest, Europa League. And yeah, he tried to change out the team as much as possible. Abraham up front, Sancho, Rogers. He'll never take out Rogers out of a game or bench him ever. Never, never, never. So yeah. So 2-1 Tottenham. This win, the timing of it was needed. Man, them struggling to stay in this Premier League. Big investment on the stadium and all of that. So don't think it would be good for them to not be in the Premier League and getting all the revenue and everything. So they're really fighting for their lives. But Conor Gallagher finally repaid them with something. Gave them a goal, good performance as well. And Richarlison popping up with another goal too. Uh, Leon Bailey get a one run out. But yeah, Tottenham got the job done, man. 2-1. And they had the better XG. Created one more big chance and had 5 more shots or double the amount of shots. Third entries, Tottenham edge it. But yeah, Aston Villa, much like Crystal Palace, just didn't have what it takes. They were too focused on Thursday and what's coming up. At least that's what it looked like to me. But Tottenham live to fight another day. 2-1. This win got them out of the relegation zone. West Ham having lost to Brentford the day before, so Tottenham for the didn't spend long in that last three, but many more games to come. All right, now moving to the bank holiday Monday game. So this is the other team that would have an eye on Thursday, having just played on Thursday, but they got an extra day's rest going into the Chelsea game, and they made it count. 3-1 winners over Chelsea. Igor Jesus from the penalty spot and Taiwo Awoniyi in the second and 52nd minute, and that made up their goals. And then João Pedro, sad for him, one of the better goals he probably will score, but he came in a game that they were down 3-0 already. So they were down 3-0. Pedro scores a wicked bicycle kick. Can't really too go too crazy because the game basically done. But Forest, you have to give them credit, in terms of, I've been talking about Palace and who's the other team I just said? Palace and Villa. Making wholesale changes, changing out the team, this, that, and that, and that, and waiting for the next game on Thursday. And a lot of the senior players decided to kind of do that. But one thing you have to give these guys credit that played, the likes of Bakwa, the likes of Dominguez, who is in and around the first team, even the defender Jair, trying to put their hands up. Matzel is doing well again. But I think Pereira is going to stick to what he's been up to. Play the players that been playing in this competition and switch them out for the most part in the other one. So let's see if what I'm saying is what happens. But one thing Pereira been putting him faith in these players because every time them have midweek since he been there, him change out almost everybody. Nasty clash of heads in this game too. Actually, two of them. One with Derry and Abbott, and the next one with Sanchez and Morgan Gibbs White. So Gibbs White came on had to come back off, but before him leave, goal and assist king got an assist. I shouldn't call him goal and assist king though. That's he might get that title too fast. I forgot call him something else. But him post that him alright, him just get a whole heap of stitches. Stats. Chelsea and Forest. Big chance is close. XG close. Wow. But Forest had one more big chance. Big chances scored. They were clinical. Forest was clinical. Chelsea had way more entries, way more passes. Dribbles. Let me see. Nothing on Forest. But Chelsea in the mud, brother. How much game that now? You see, if Pedro never scored, it would be like a mad amount of games they must score in the Premier League, You know, the minutes was going up and up and up and up and up. I think it got to like almost 900, I would think. First beat up Chelsea at them yard. Wow. I think Brighton give them 3 before this, no? There you go. Yeah, man. 3 love. Man U, City. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let me go to Chelsea. Foolishness they did today. All right, Everton, Man City. Wow, this game definitely was a wicked game. As a neutral, but really not so much neutral. Basically going for Everton, pulling for them, want them to win or draw or something. Doku after I think what must have felt frustrating for City because City, if you break it down by half, in the first half, that's it. First half. You see the domination. What's the second now? Look at that. Flip the script. 25% higher XG. Where we saw that before today. I think that was the case with Newcastle and Brighton. Newcastle barely have the ball, but them create like 6 big chances. Crazy. Yellow cards. Everton play dirty. Them scored the one big chance them get. Wow. Terrible amount. That's why City lose. Worst amount of entries them get. Yeah, so this game was a madness. 3-3 Doku in the first half after frustrating but dominating, I would say, first half for City for the most part. Um, able to curl one with his left foot, start well outside the post, curl it back in 1-0. Then halftime reach and Everton, I thought, came out the better team. They seemed a little more energized. Moyes must have shown them something tactically that made it a little easier for them to transition the ball up the field. Because sometimes it was getting stuck, just getting closed down too fast to do anything. But mm, Everton, Man City. So, when I looked at the fixtures, I wasn't really counting this one as a drop points. I just was hopeful that, the score could be one. Do you think Richarlison could fit in at Arsenal? Richarlison in attack? No, I wouldn't want him. No thanks. I feel like take the nail out of the bench. City waste too much chances. Yeah, first half they were on top of them and just couldn't make nothing happen. Did you say it as a neutral just now regarding City game to a man who's trying to convince? Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I said a neutral, and then I said no. I can't say I'm a neutral. It's more like a hate watch or something. So yeah, I don't know why I said neutral at first. And I am the one speaking. That don't make sense. You're totally right. I tried to catch myself. I thought I did correct it, but yeah, sometimes you hear the first part and that's it. Everton played well and Donnarumma saved City. Yeah, I think him save them. I mean, get couple one-on-one well when him stop, yes. I would love to know what happened in that Everton locker room at halftime. Boy, David Moyes get the greatest team talker that may I tell you. So yeah, I mean, this game was a madness. Second half, the man them come out gangbusters pan them. But really and truly, it was not until Mark Gahey mistake that everything turned upside down because first of all, the ball is played in behind. Barry is offside, doesn't know it, just kind of running, but he gives it up because the defender have the angle on him to get the ball first. And Gahey just got to play a simple pass to Donnarumma back. And I don't know, man, just misconnected or something. And it was a gift, and Barry did open the gift and take it. So um then it was halftime, they're down 1-0 after holding them for so long, so long, so long, so long. Then they get a corner, good in swinger, goal. O'Brien, keeper cussing, saying he was crowded out, nothing given. And then he was there to tap in for his brace, Tierno Barry. So yeah, when it went to 3-1, basically 81st minute, fans on the feed I was watching, Man City fans leaving them section going home. They were showing that after showing the replays and everything, and the next thing them show is Haaland running in behind, getting into the box and chipping over the keeper. So the lead lasted, it said 2 minutes, but it was more like, I don't know, 35, 40 seconds. And that made it 3-2. And, most people that I was talking to during the match, they was saying, well, at least now, it's, yeah, because the 3-2 had me fretting. But people are saying, boy, at least if them scores a draw, this and that. So I'm saying, why don't I feel like them can't score 2 goals in whatever amount of time? 7 minutes plus added time. Um, and they didn't score 2 goals, but I wonder how crucial the goal that Doku found in the 97th is going to be. He scored a left foot curler in the first half. Second half went back to old faithful right foot. And didn't work out. But 3-all, exciting game. Big advantage in the possession. But the expected goals again is like a theme this week. Everton almost 3, 1.54 for City. 4 big chances to 1. You know. 3-3. What a game. What a game. So you think anybody think that should have been called offside because the commentators were kind of surprised when it never get called. But I think when you analyze the play, it probably was the right call. I don't know where Chile there from time, I can't see him. I can't see him. I don't know where Skull there today neither. But I can't see Chile for a while, CK. Richarlison from Brazil, isn't that how his name spelled? No, it's like this geeks. Kind of don't make sense. It wouldn't. It don't have an English ring. So Richardson, but put a L-I, which part of D would have go. Yes, I think good call with the no call for the offside. The 1-all, then the corner, and Barry again, mistake. The Hill Dickinson Stadium, wow. Mad. It's crazy, Everton outshot them. Why keep on a force before do that? So yeah, man, 3-all was a madness, man. So when it did 3-1 man, and it got 3-2 so fast, I just know City will win 4-3 No. When it get late now, I'm saying, I just have a feeling something else. And of course, Doku, boom. Side netting again, different foot. Crazy. Semenu wasn't firing today. Need a Shirkin get some goal too, some half chance. Not on target though. Couldn't get them on target. Barry. So Man City drop points, people. Can you believe? Unbelievable, people. Man, them really come out and drop points. Can't believe it. But believe it. Hope Arsenal makes it to the Champions League final. The players as drained as possible. West Ham gonna be up for it. But the Champions League final play after the season done. So that's the only good thing. So if we make it, we'll make it. But we already had this game to play already. So we might as well fucking make it. Can't take it off the schedule, you know? Okay. All right, so a ridiculous ending to that game. Doku 97th minute gets the equalizer. But I think too many mistakes around the back. Gay with a big mistake. You know, I think O'Reilly didn't have his best performance. You know, Nunes was a bit off as well. So just the combination of all those things definitely throwing a wrench in proceedings right now for them. But people, let me do this next. Let's go ahead and reveal. But before I do that, people, just make sure you guys are, as a reminder, hitting the like button. Let me see. Can we get the likes up to 20 likes, people? Can we get it to 20 likes on the video? Yeah, man, not asking for so much. Please get the 20 likes on the video quick and fast. All right. We have a poll in the comment section as well. Which game was the match of the week? So I have Arsenal 3, Fulham 0, Aston Villa 1, Tottenham 2, Man United 3, Liverpool 2, and Everton 3, Man City 3. So some good games to choose from. You know, I would say probably between the Man U game and the Everton game. I'll probably lean to the Everton one because I feel like another day Man U probably win the game by a whole heap. You know, I would have to lean to the Everton Man City game. The spectacle was crazy and how it did play out. But you know, I'm sure some gunners gonna put Arsenal and Fulham. Yeah, beat enough for that. I don't know if he thought he was close, you know. I just think he does he didn't look, he was looking at the ball, which was surprising to me that he never contacted properly because it wasn't like he was looking up or you know, he was looking down at the ball. So I don't know what happened. The man just messed it up. Nothing more you can say. All right, so let's get the. All right, people. So I'm ready for the reveal of the score prediction masters and horrible people. All right, I could get this sorted out. No. So. Yo, what wrong with me, man? Jaguars and Pristine. 5-5 was all it took this week with all these mad results, you know. 5-5 got the job done. So Jaguars, big up yourself. I believe that's a is that a yeah, that's a back-to-back. That's a back-to-back for Jaguars. Didn't share it last week with anybody, but still have to count that as back-to-back wins. So Jaguars, you have your own strategy, you listen. Yes, you you take your time, and you send them in. Yeah, man, don't change the strategy, big boss. You get some wins now. So 2 in a row for Dragons, big up yourself, and big up to Pristine as well. And Apache, honorable mention as well, because you're the only one that had a 4-6 record, and you did predict one of the games right. And then also, of course, the Arsenal game, the 3-0. So big up to each and every one of you who played. But let's see now. Let's see now. Let's see now. We have to also reveal the worst. I'm sad to say it is Coach Edwards. Coach Edwards, sad to say it is you. 2-8 this week. Didn't get any scores perfectly correct. But it was a tough week for all of us. But you were just the worst of the lot, my friend. So, hee-haw, you are the donkey of the week. No worry, man. I know you'll be back. I'm sure you'll do better next go around, you know? Yeah, man, Jaguars. You're back-to-back trophy winners, you know? Yeah, you do your thing. You do your thing. You do your thing. All right, so that is the table for the score predictions, but there's another table that is extremely important right now. Darren, Coach Edward star. I hate to do it, you know, but somebody I forget it star. Most exciting game to watch? I would say the Everton Tottenham game. I mean, the Everton Man City game was exciting to watch. I mean, it's a little bit of recency bias because we saw it today, but I just think how it played out and the roller coaster swings of it looked like it was going to be routine Man City 3-4, you know, at least 2-0. And then the game just flipped. The game just flipped. So because it was these extremes, I would say like the Everton game for me was the most exciting. Everton Man City. Yeah, so what am I doing in my life? Yeah, so there's a real table that's important as well. So if you look at that, I'm going to do that right now. So we're doing on time. Not too bad. All right, so Wolves and Burnley, we know their fate. It's sealed. But West Ham and Spurs, these are the ones that we want to really analyze. And we can look at Forest and Palace as well. So West Ham 36 points minus 19. So that minus 19 is like an extra point for Spurs. Minus 9 for Spurs right now, 37 points. Nottingham Forest only minus 2. They're good there, 42 points. And also 7 points now clear of the zone, Crystal Palace and Leeds. So Leeds has even jumped over Palace at this point, which is kind of crazy. So those are the 4 teams really. Well, look, Leeds and Crystal Palace should be okay. But let's just take a look at West Ham and see their upcoming fixtures to end the season. So, you know, that is the 10th. So that's what? That's Sunday, May 10th. They go to Arsenal. Actually, no, Arsenal comes to them, right? Then they're away to Newcastle and they're at home to Leeds, which could prove to be huge that last game. Now, Leeds could be up already, which will help them. But we're gonna check Leeds games and see is that feasible. But West Ham don't have it easy. They gotta go to St. James's Park. They gotta play Arsenal at their park, and they gotta play a Leeds team that difficult to kind of difficult to prepare for them. Good way to put it. So yeah, West Ham, that's what they have looking ahead of them. Then you go back now and you look at Spurs fixtures upcoming. So you look at Spurs fixtures now, you realize that they play Leeds as well. And that's going to be coming up on Monday of next week. Then they play Chelsea on the 19th. I think that's it's a Tuesday. And then they close off the season on Sunday, the 24th. Of course, they have to change their finishing games because they have the FA final to play, which I think is the weekend of the 17th, 18th. Yeah, something like that. So I think it's May 17th is the final. That makes sense, May 17th. Not really. Richarlison, no. I'm good. Tottenham games. You see what them have coming up, people. Not easy. Then you look at Forest now. Remember, Forest also have the potential to have a final to play if they can turn over Villa in the second leg. But this is Forest last games. Home to Newcastle, away at Old Trafford. Not playing for anything, but it's Old Trafford. And home against Bournemouth. So not no easy road. And they're catchable. And then Crystal Palace, probably safe, but just to see they have the 4 games left to play. One is away at City. They have Everton, and all of this is with our second leg to play on I think the 7th. Yeah, Thursday. Brentford away and Arsenal home. So yeah, it's just gonna depend because I think the Conference League final will take place in a week before this game. I think. But yeah, that's the table and what they have coming up. Look, of course, we have the preview coming up for the games that will start, I believe, on Friday this week. So whenever the game, let me see, let me actually check. I don't want to be wrong on this. All right, cool. They say I worry about West Ham. They say 2-0 for the Gunners later. Boy, I wouldn't mind a 2-0. Edge of the seat stuff. You hate Villa? Spurs not no sense. I mean, Villa not no sense for real. No. West Ham is do or die. Agreed, Red Skull. Yo, Skull, we're chilling there, bro. We can't see him. Have people in the comments ask about him and all kind of things. Hold on, let me change out this car. I don't know me I move so with the donkey of the week like it's supposed to be there forever. What a wicked. All right, so we went through the teams to leads. Now I have Newcastle 45 points now, but one of them should have had them down there. No, they can't get. Well, technically they could. If them don't get no more point. Sunderland 12th, Fulham 11th, Everton 10th. Chelsea, I think them lose more than that, you know. What? All right, so Chelsea in 9th position. My gosh. How long man them dip on 48 point, man? Brighton in 8th, Brentford 7th, Bournemouth 6th now. That should be Europa and Conference 7th. It's very tight right there on the table, so movement can happen next week. You never know. Chelsea win, them man not do nothing, them right back up there again. So Villa, horrible display. Horrible, but we're not gonna kill them because we're not having a game Thursday for go win. Liverpool fell short and Man U with 3 wins on the bounce. Man City 71 points after their draw with Everton, and then Arsenal to 76 points now. From 35 still though. So still that game in hand for City, but the good news for Arsenal fans is when that game in hand is played, regardless of the outcome, they cannot catch us at the moment. So yeah, destiny. Them say destiny is in their hands. I agree in this sense because it's either you're going to do it or you're not. You know, there's no take out the rocket science at this point. All right, let me check in with the fantasy. I'm not even looking up people. I don't know how I'm do this week or nothing. 57 points now, I cut it. That's all I know. Not good enough. Let's take a look at the leagues before I look at the team. So I'm doing a first in a sports DTM somehow, but only by 6 points. I'm nearly get catch, but not quite. My sports world, big up yourself when anyway, they must. So it's looking a little better here. I think I'm up what? What's that? 19. Demo China thing. Back off. So then the big league will move up. What yeah, I say? Yeah, I say, man. 2107 is 2201. All right. And the King of Jamaica. Decent size lead. All right, this was my team for the week. Don't know why I bench Ryan and start Darlow, but that was the only mistake, really. Semenya never give me nothing. Haaland drop a 7. Probably should have captain him same way. Should have, could have, would have. It's crazy. So yeah, don't ever bench Raya in the season ending run up. Why he did that, I don't know. But yeah, if me squeak out 57 points some kind of way, and it never really hurt me so badly. Looks like I go up in most leagues. And I lost in the cup. Oh man. Alright, so I'm winning the King of Jamaica Cup. It looked like I'm losing a mass. Richie tough. I'm losing a sports DTM. Ball pre. Jano. Ball pre knocked me out of the cup. First game. What a wickedness. Man get 70. So I'm have rare play like a smart person. Okafor, good pickup. Been playing well. Alright, so how did the draft team do? Let's see. Let's check the draft team. What? 58? That's not bad. Start Darlow again. Yokerez. Start Keller instead, man. Somehow we get 58. 37. Not good enough. Not good enough. Cunha wasted away. If start Mateta and Tati and Rogers. Alright, they never do nothing. Jaja. And let's see, me win this. Hey, me win a game. Get 42 another one. Yeah? I'm have some serious same score, you know. Barry with him 11 points just down there. Never know say Barry with a move, so come on, I can't vex. So yeah, I've worked for the people, only 3-week leave, and I can still catch the people in my lead this up, but I really want to take home the other fantasy one then because I've never been that good at this one, I don't think, but I think this year I'm kind of figure it out a little more. So yeah, I see the benefits now. But hopefully we can hang on like my real side in a real life. In real life. So I want to say, Gunners are go to the championship, right? I say Arsenal are going to win 3-1 tomorrow. Two of our 3-1. I'm going to say Bayern Munich. That game going to finish 3-2 to Bayern, and I'm going to play extra time. And I don't know what will happen. 28th, Jaja. Team up for the West Ham game. I mean, I think so. The West Ham game, we just need blow. Well, shouldn't say that, because the boy Somerville, yo. I know if Ben White can manage him, I'm sure no Muscara are gonna struggle with him too. Yeah, I think two love. I go two love Arsenal. Two love Arsenal. I go with. I don't know why I feel like 3-1, but I say two love. And I'm saying 3-2 Bayern in the next one. Yeah, man. We say him there listening, just not chat. What do you think? PSG do it? We have to see, we have to see, we have to see. Yeah, some of a problem still. Man, fast like a plane. Suriname did well want him play for them. Yeah, so it's about it, people. It's about it. Another good one in the books. Feeling much better about life. Arsenal, if we get 3 points in three more games, like 3 points in each of those games, we are definitely will be crowned champions of the 25-26 season in the EPL. Some 20 years after, or 22 years after last lifting that trophy. So it's been a long wait. It's been a very long wait. And yeah, it's time. It's time to win this trophy again, for sure. Yeah, man, Knicks are blow out people, man. I kill people. Yeah, we have to see. We have to see. I did. Oh, Scully, I miss my team, I did pick my team for tomorrow, They say I want to jinx it. Which coach? Which coach I wish bad for your team? For man team? Which? All right, people, listen. I hate that. Nice, solid show. Week review, week 35. Oh, Coach Edwards. In the day, I don't know him there now. He passed through earlier on. Look like him get caught up, I get late too. He ain't gone. But yeah, wicked week of football, man. We're gonna look back and say, yo, that week 35 was a madness. Regardless of what happened at the end of the season, this definitely will be a turning point, I think. And just can't wait until we get back to the EPL action. Of course, Europe takes center stage tomorrow. So we have Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, and then the game everybody waiting for, the second leg on Wednesday. So hopefully Arsenal would have punched their ticket on Tuesday. And I can watch that game Wednesday in peace. And know say, yeah, this is gonna be a spectacle. If I had the time, people, you might see me run out with a live stream just because, might have the time, but I don't like to say that too early these days because trust me, it's a different level of traveling from where they with the ball game thing, and we are trying to facilitate it for the little one. So that thing go, people. You know that go. So listen, man, thanks so much for tuning in. Had fun bringing you the content as usual. Those of you that were a little upset with the results this weekend, all is not lost. You know what I mean? You have more weeks to forward. A lot of people saying, not to worry, City, Arsenal still have some battling in them to do. So yeah, we have to just basically rewrite the story, rewrite the narrative, and get the results. And I must say, it's been a while since I watched Arsenal in this league in a running like this have a performance like against Fulham. Like it was, like just everything about it, the intensity, the execution. Um, they missed chances, but I didn't even care. It was just the way we were playing. It was free flowing. It was interchanging going on. It was innovation going on. It was not sterile. It had some substance to it. It had some flavor to it. You know what I mean? So if I told my brethren today, one of my brethren today, I said, listen, if we perform like we did in that Fulham game, if we perform like we did that in that Fulham game, I am telling you people, I don't think we drop points again this season. I don't see it. If we perform like that, with that type of um movement up front and the connection and the timing and the passes and the individual brilliance that we got from time to time from Trossard and Saka, I don't think we drop points again this season. I swear. Now, can we replicate that 3 more times? That's a big if. I haven't seen that level of consistency from us in a while. But let's see. Hopefully, a corner was turned. Oh yeah, man. Our camp went well. So what I observed was, the team that she's trying out for, I kind of know some of the players from playing against them, and I noticed that they had like I think three fields of scrimmages going on with the girls, and um, what was a positive sign was that the field that had the bulk of what is their quote unquote top team that they have in the club, they were mixed and matched, but they were on this one field, and that's where Julie stayed for the entirety of the, I think, 3 days she was there. I don't think she moved to another field at any point. So I think that's a good sign. I don't know for sure. Another good sign is there's a training session tomorrow, well, later today, and the coach asked if she could come to that as well. So this is not ID camp anymore. This is just training with the actual team. So I don't know if it's just not allowed to be made official yet, or they want to continue to see her in a smaller setting with the team again. I don't know if it's a part of it, but we'll find out. I feel good about it though. Like I said, she was on the field that seemed to have the players that were the quote unquote cream there. And she stayed on that pitch the whole time. So hopefully that means something good. You know what I mean? But like I said, I feel good about it. I think she did her thing for the most part. I was able to go there on Friday. Saturday, I couldn't go on Sunday, but I was able to go the first couple, and yeah, she did her thing. She did her thing. She did her thing. She felt good about Sunday as well when I talked to her. I said, Julie, be honest. Like, what do you think? She said, no, Dad, I did good. I got a lot of positive feedback from the coaches and da da da. So I said, all right, cool. Because she hard upon herself, you know. If she said she do good, then she actually did good. She not quick to say them something. Yeah, man. That is it, yeah, guys. Respect for asking, G. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. Hopefully she get it because it's it's a pretty cool path if she does get in because like I said before, I don't know if I told you guys, this club that she will be playing for potentially, they are producing a lot of national team players. And not just US, everywhere. So, Tony Payne from Nigeria came to Concord Fire. Soleil Washington, who played for Jamaica. Riley Jackson recently played. I think Hal Hirschfeld played for US as well. A lot of them. I think right now there's like 4 to 5 players that came to in the US women's pool, whether it's U23 or senior or U20 or whatever the case is. So yeah, they're a nationally reputable club. Um, the girls is kind of different in a way because I don't really know when like I know Orlando City because they have boys and girls, like they have an academy that would have that type of level at this age. But a lot of I don't know after research, so I don't want to make a mistake, but the NWSL clubs, I wonder if they all have academies as well. Like I would think they do, but like in all our playing, I've never really played against NWSL academy, but I've played against a few. Well, not a few. Played against Orlando because I know they have girls too. So I just wonder about that. Hmm. But yeah, match week 36 should be good. I think match week 36 does get underway on Saturday. So yeah, Saturday 7:30 early kickoff will be Liverpool and Chelsea. So nice way to kick off the weekend. Two historic franchise, or well, not franchise, historic clubs in the EPL, and one, well, both coming off of losses, but Chelsea coming off way more losses than the other team. So at Anfield, we'll see how that turns out for Chelsea. Noni and Jesus guy need to be sold. Well, yeah, I think look, man, we tried to talk up Nani as much as we could. Yeah, we'll beat his man and this and that, and when you have no end product, it take away everything from what you could do before that. So they say I pull for Brentford. I have to. You have to. At this point, you might as well. Man City host Brentford. That's Saturday as well. And then Arsenal play the last game Sunday, 11:30. Gonna be tough going to West Ham, but we'll see. Hopefully, well, they won't know what they need yet because Tottenham won't have played yet. Damn. Forest play Newcastle. Ooh, interesting. Anyway, people, we're gonna sign off here now. But the title race is on, and it's actually in the Gunners' hands, people. Can you believe that? Listen, Arsenal, it's in your hands now. So if you don't win it, I can't tell nobody you never battle it. All right. So win the damn league, so we can say Man City battle it. Them say, oh, whatever. But today, nobody was expecting Everton to take points off of you, and it happened. I think only Arsenal supporters were thinking this would happen today. So that should show you, Man City made mistakes to cost them points. And if that was Arsenal today, you would be hearing about it all day long. There would be a meme of Saliba trying to back pass to Ryan, messing up everything. Let's see what the energy is like for the Man City players, who I thought kind of battled the game today. Anyway, big up on yourselves, people. Thanks for tuning in. I am Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. You Gooners, they gave it to us. Let's take it now. Bless up.